All right, so there's a lot of different types of hosting. If you don't know the difference between shared hosting, a virtual private server, dedicated resources, let me give you some insight. So shared hosting is usually the economy hosting. It's the cheapest. That's what a lot of people start with. And that basically means you are sharing server resources with other people who are also hosting their website in that same server. And there's no separation. So all those resources are sometimes being used by other websites. So sometimes your site will load fast, sometimes it won't, just because you guys are fighting for the same resources. So that's a problem. Virtual private servers, even though you might have websites living on the same physical hardware, they're virtually walled off with something called a virtual machine. So it acts as if it's a separate server, and it looks like a separate server to the rest of the world, even though it's using the same hardware. Now, this is different and better for you because those resources are allocated to those individual virtual machines so that you are not actually sharing resources with other people. So when you are allocated resources, those are yours. Other people can't tap into them. They can only go up to their maximum. You can only go up to your maximum. So you're not stepping on each other's toes. Now, another benefit to this is security, right? So in the shared hosting environment, if someone else didn't do a good job securing their website, they had crummy passwords, someone hacked it and got access to the server files, guess what? They now have access to your server files as well, so they can mess with your site. So that's a very insecure setup. Virtual private server, since it is walled off, you don't have that problem. The next step up would be the dedicated server, where you own your own physical server. No other websites are on it, or at least you're reserving it. You know, it's only you. So it's just one step above the virtual private server, so that yes, all the resources are yours. There's nothing being shared, and you can control that environment completely. So obviously that's more expensive because you have a whole server to yourself, but that's kind of the main difference. So I'd say avoid shared or economy hosting as much as possible. Go at least with the virtual private server VPS option. And if you can afford it and your site is generating you revenue and you're growing into a larger business, then definitely look into the dedicated server hosting.